So,
all right, let's move on to Watch This, Bitches. Let's talk about Into the Badlands because the season finale was on, and I heard speaking of Howard Stern, I heard him talking about it like yesterday, I think it was. So I just got to say that I was my wife and I were both really let down by the season finale. It's I guess like the worst trope, and there's a very light spoiler here, so if you don't want to have the show spoiled for you in a tiny way, maybe turn off your headphones or something, or fast forward depending on how you're enjoying the show now. But like the worst trope in an action movie, I think, is the guy that you think you killed, even though like you like rammed a sword through him, and like really nobody could survive that, and you don't check to actually see if he's dead. Turns out to be in fact not dead. And this show was very guilty of that horrible trope. And I don't know, it just really bummed me out because we were looking forward, we really loved the whole season, the whole 2 seasons that we watched, and that was a real downer. So I still recommend the show, and I think both you guys should check it out. But
the Flash season finale does my least favorite trope in a TV series, and that's when someone overcomes a disease or a magic spell through the power of love.
Oh God, that works in Beauty and the Beast, and really
that's
nothing
about
else.
it. I hate it. They've done it like 3 times on Arrow. They did it on Flash season finale, and I was like, come on.
Oh, I forgot to write down on this one. I just remembered because you talked about the power of love. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2 last weekend.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. And what I really liked was the IMAX 3D presentation. It's the best, like visually, in terms of just like the picture quality. I'm not even talking about the way it was filmed, which was really great.
It's bananas.
I mean, somebody pointed out that it was the first movie recorded in 8K, and maybe we saw, because I saw it was a digital projection, but usually when I see a 3D movie, it looks really dark and like the colors are drab, and the screen is dull. But this shit was tight. Like it was $20 a ticket to see this thing,
Worth it.
I could see where the money went. And I enjoyed the movie a lot, and maybe a little too many jokes in inappropriate places, but
that's kind of a movie though. Like it's a bunch of gags.
Yeah.
And then all the gags they couldn't fit in the movie, they put into like 4 after the credit gags.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It's great. I am ready to watch more Guardians of the Galaxy.
I really like it. Did you notice, like, because you could really see these things in the 3D IMAX, like the dirt on the windows of the ships, of the bad guy ships and all that kind of stuff? Like, it was just the details you could see were amazing.
Yeah, I've never seen a movie look like that before. It just,
me neither.
In terms of the visual fidelity. Ty said it's his new favorite movie, but kind of says that with every movie that we see. I mean, we don't go that often to a theater, and we only usually see good stuff. But yeah, it was a good time. Very good time. I also watched did you guys watch the Saturday Night Live finale?
I have like 20 minutes left on it. I watched most of it.
I thought it was really good, really funny.
It was fine.
No?
It's fine.
You didn't
I could talk too long about Saturday Night Live. I love Saturday Night Live probably more than most people. I don't think I've missed an episode since I was maybe 12. But the current cast, who I don't dislike, I like the current cast. I don't like that they're relying too much on non-regulars to carry the show on a weekly basis. Like, having Alec Baldwin as the president is fine, but not every week. To not have a cast member that's the president, to not have a cast member that's playing Sean Spicer, there's no cast member that's the star of the show. And it's missing something.
I hear what you're saying. I typically have not really loved the the episodes that I've seen recently, but I thought The Rock was really good. Like he's in terms of just like when they have like legitimate actors on there, it seems like they can't even get their lines right. They can't, they're just reading off. It just looks obvious.
Well,
that they're
you
reading
forget
off
that The Rock spent the first 15 years of his career essentially doing live theater.
But it's a different type of. It's not comedy, and it's not. He's not memorizing lines like that.
Of course, he's memorizing lines,
and that guy's just a workhorse. Like he's all business.
Yeah, and he's been doing a different. You had to memorize probably a different script every week.
I thought
he was always live, and he was always traveling, so he's probably used to the exhaustion and the schedule. And also,
I don't think The Rock is exhausted.
That's true. Exactly, and he's also The Rock. I mean, he's the closest thing to a superhero we have.
He does Sears commercials.
He does everything.
Wow, people can donate money through this.
I was watching that. There was like money flying up on the screen, and I was wondering if that was real money. That was.
So did we just make $4? Because I like that.
Yeah, that's wow. I didn't even know that was a thing. Cool. Maybe we should do this more often. Cha-ching.
Boom.
What else we got here and watch this, bitches?
Oh, I have been another one of my 5 a.m. feeding movies. Godzilla, the 2014 version of Godzilla.
That's sad.
I know Wombat has seen this. Have you seen this, Cheapy?
No, I it looks like it's shitty.
Yeah, you are correct. This is another movie where they have focused everything on the people aspect of it. So all you really see of Godzilla for the first hour and a half of this 2-hour movie is him swimming out in the ocean, just swimming about. He's gonna go do something at some point, and the Navy isn't gonna like fire any weapons at him. They're just gonna like kind of swim along beside him in their ships. I guess the ships don't swim, but the boats float next to him. And there's like scenes like, oh my gosh, is he gonna run into this boat? Nope, swims underneath it.
Sounds exciting.
It is very exciting. And then, yeah, about the last 20 minutes of the movie, Godzilla fights a couple other monsters. And that is Godzilla. And it's in the dark at that point, too. Like, it's just really hard to see anything. And I don't know. It's just bad. Like, the military knows that these monsters feed on radiation. And they know that these monsters, these other two monsters, have like EMPs, so they take out all the electronics. So they're constantly just flying jets around these things.
Isn't there like isn't like 45 minutes of it like a train?
There's a train. There's a train where they put the nuclear warhead.
Where they put the missiles on it. Yeah, the train. Like, oh, I can't wait to see this monster movie. Oh, I'm sorry, this isn't a monster movie. This is a missile on a train movie.
Yes. So yeah, looking forward to the sequel in 2019.
Sorry, I had to close my window.
That's no problem. You did not miss anything from Godzilla.
We talked about talking about the missile on a train is just as boring as watching the missile on a train.
Some people are upset about spoilers already on that. It's a Godzilla movie from 2014. I did not spoil anything for you.
Right.
Juliette Binoche dies.
Did you a favor? What else we got here and watch this, bitches? Oh, the Wonder Woman reviews are in, and it sounds like it's pretty good.
Is it? Are they? Because I've been reading some other.
Oh,
I don't know that they're reviews. Wow. They're just like people coming out of the theater type thing, right? Like, hey, we got to see this movie early. We have positive things to say.
I think it's press that got. To
I don't know. It looks
early.
like. Yeah, it looks like critics. I see some critic things in here. I can finally tell you.
We've been burned before on these early reviews, though. I feel like.
Well, mostly what they're saying though is this is the best DC movie. It's like, okay, that's a large hurdle that you got over there.
What's the second best?
Suicide Squad.
No,
it's not.
No,
of the current DC universe. What's the second best?
Of the DC cinematic universe? I mean, maybe Suicide Squad, which is still a really bad movie. I don't know.
I'm looking forward to it. I like Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I want to see this, and I think I want to see it more than the rest. The other DC stuff is just because she's more interesting than Batman or Superman is. Like
Yeah.
there's time period stuff going on.
On camera, no one saw that.
She's a princess.
What's happening there, Wombat?
Sorry,
What, you just farted and the camera switched over to you?
I think so.
That's good. That's a good feature of this thing. It's a fart detector. And lastly, Netflix is having a Castlevania animated series, and the trailer came out, and it has Dracula and weapons.
You mean, like a game that should be coming out but isn't?
It looks like an anime.
Yeah,
does.
it does.
It has a lot of people like throwing weapons or like doing magic, but looking in the other direction. Right? Like, Dracula's doing magic and while he's looking away, and
Yeah, but looking at the camera.
yeah, and then someone's looking at the camera and throwing knives.
You got to keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Listen Up, bitches. Wombat, I listened to one of your recommended podcasts. Finally, it took me years, but I did it.
And
I listened to You Must Remember This, because that was the one that you kept mentioning over and over again.
yes,
The subject matter is not particularly interesting to me, and I don't know that it's going to really gel with our listeners either. This is like classic Hollywood, right? This is
a lot of it takes place during the classic Hollywood. I said my favorite series that she did was on the Blacklist. I could see you liking the Manson stuff.
okay. I saw that. I listened to ones about Madonna and Sean Penn because I know who they are, and Marlon Brando, and that might be it. I mean, it seems very well done. It's just the subject matter is not that. And the Frank Sinatra one. It's just not. I don't know. It's not my thing really, and it's certainly not. I don't feel it's like as well produced as Crime Town, where like
No, I don't think it is. I just thought that you would find it interesting because it's about murder and stuff.
So will you listen to Crime Town now that I listen to this? You said your reason for not listening to it was because I've never took any of your recommendations.
I guess I will give Crime Town a shot.
I would recommend that out of all the three that I've listened to recently. I think that was really the best one. I think that's the one that you'll enjoy the most. Shipwreck,
Can't wait.
you should listen to it also, but I'm not optimistic.
It's gonna happen.
I'm not going on the train tomorrow, so it won't be tomorrow.
Okay.
Maybe on Tuesday. Remind me, and I'll download it for Tuesday.
People are admiring my Lucio shirt in the chat. Let me just pan down so you can see.
Really? People are admiring your T-shirt. No one's admiring my outfit.
I make this look good. Yeah, sorry. I don't know if you noticed this Band-Aid on my thumb. But
I look like I need to show you to your table.
Yes, sir. I was making my Hello Fresh last night, and I had to make sweet potato chips, and I bought one of those mandolins. Is that what that's called?
Yes.
Yeah, and you know how like they give you like this piece of plastic to put on when you're doing your vegetables, so you don't cut your thumb off.
Yep. Don't use that.
It's like, I don't fucking need that. I'll just pay attention or not pay attention, and I lost a small piece of my thumb. It's pretty gross.
I think those
Anyway.
things are known for that.
Take another little piece of my thumb.
Yes.
Mhm.